Can somebody please help me make sense of what just happened between my 18-month-old and a man in his 80s? This happened no more than an hour ago. My son and I went on our evening walk through the neighborhood. We decided to go down a street we don't normally go down. My son loves everything nature. He always grabs one rock and one stick to carry with him. He found his rock and stick and we were off. He's very particular with his items. He holds them tightly and refuses to give them up or drop them. He's also very shy and always buries his head into my shoulder when strangers want to say hi. So, we were walking and I was explaining to him all the flowers we were seeing. He loves it. We crossed the street and sat on the curb. I grabbed some leaves and we watched them float down the running water in the street gutters. An older man in his 80s approached me and says, "Hey, can you wait a minute?" And I of course said sure. I hear a clipping sound and he comes back with a single sprig of lavender from his garden. He goes to hand it to my son and I get ready to grab it from the man and hand it to my son since he never accepts things from strangers. He's too shy. He's never accepted anything from a stranger and people try all the time. To my utter shock, my son reached out and grabs the lavender. My son then puts his hand out and drops his stick and rock into this man's hand. I was floored. My jaw was literally open. I kid you not, tears start filling this man's eyes. Then my son takes the lavender up to his nose and starts sniffing the flower. He does not know to smell flowers. He's never done that. Here's where it gets even wilder. My son says a good few dozen words, but certain letters and sounds he's not great with yet. He's not good with ST sounds or R sounds. He also only elects to talk when he wants something. He starts making this str sound, then this STR sound. I'd never heard him make those sounds and couldn't figure out why all of a sudden he was so eager to make that sound. I then introduce myself and tell the older man my son's name. I ask his name, he says, Sterling. My son practically said the name 20 times before I even asked. I was so freaked out we went home. My son was holding onto the lavender, smelling it, smiling, just in heaven. I've had multiple strangers stop me on the street since he was just a few months old telling me he's an old soul. Probably happened 10 times, well before he could even talk. I just don't know how to make sense of what just happened.